Hello, I recently played a couple of hours of Dark Souls 3 from the start and thought you might want to have a look at this game's version of the Firelink Shrine, plus some of the interesting things that you can find nearby. As usual, you'll discover the area fairly on in the game, after defeating a sort of mini-boss and obtaining a coiled sword from him. Further up ahead, you'll come upon a ruin where the shrine awaits inside. You'll meet this rather downbeat chap.
Ah, another one roused from the sleep of death. Well, you're not alone. We unkindled are worthless. Can't even die right. Gives me conniptions. And they'd have us seek the lords of Cinder and return them to their moulding thrones. But we're talking true legends, with the metal to link the fire. We're not fit to lick their boots. Don't you think?
You'll also meet your good old standard leveling lady.
Welcome to the bonfire, Unkin. I am a firekeeper. I tend to the flame. The lords have left their thrones and must be delivered to them. To this end, I am at thy side. Very well. Then touch the darkness within me. Take nourishment from these sovereignless souls.
Thrust your coiled sword into this small pit to light the bonfire.
A pleasure to make thine acquaintance, Ashen One. I am but a humble handmaid of the shrine. Weapons, armor, trinkets, and spells. I've lots of little things, and yes, I'm undead Ashen One, as is thy wont.
There's an old lady selling some wares, an old key that unlocks a tower accessible from the top of the shrine might be of interest, and a blacksmith that Dark Souls fans might recognise.
Well, a newcomer, I see. I am Andre. As a humble smith, you're in search of the toilsome journey. I am a smith.
Andre can reinforce, repair and infuse your weapons, reinforce your Estus flasks, and, this is handy if you're not interested in using magic, allocate your 2 kinds of Estus flasks. So, for example, the knight is automatically allotted 3 standard health Estus and 1 ash Estus. But you can go to Andre at any time and change that to 4 health Estus and 0 ash, to give yourself an extra health boost during tougher boss battles. In the main hall, you'll see the thrones for the Lords of Cinder, Yorm the Giant, the Watchers of the Abyss, Holy King Lothric, and Ludleth the Exiled. Sometime after defeating Vort of the Boreal Valley, a figure will appear on one of the thrones and introduce himself as Ludleth of Courland.
All that unkindled, and a seeker of Lord, I am Ludleth of Courland. Look not in bewilderment as I say. I linked the fire long ago, becoming the Lord of Cinder. If substantiation be thy want, set thine eyes upon my charred corpse. This sad cadaver, no need to be coy. Have a closer look. Listen, this might pique thine interest. Before I was a Lord of Cinder, I was a student of transposition, the process of extracting and coalescing the essence of a soul. A forbidden art that once left a foul stain upon Corlin's honor. 'Tis an art that grants powers once thought.
He says that before he became a Lord of Cinder, he was a student of transposition, an art that can grant once unattainable power. He asks you to bring him a transposing kiln if you come across one on your travels.
If thou happenest upon a transposing kiln, bring it to me. Quick.
Interesting.
Listen, this might pique thine interest.
The rest of the shrine is a confusing mess of passages that will no doubt be subject to more exploration as the game continues to open up. One more thing though, if you exit the shrine by its main exit and go immediately right, you'll come across a tough opponent in rags holding a very shiny sword. Admittedly, them falling off the cliff is a bit of a cheat way to win, but if that happens, allow yourself to die or simply reload the game and return to the spot where they fell and you'll find a lovely new katana ready to be picked up. Or you could, defeat them fairly, I suppose. For more on Dark Souls 3, be sure to check out our other gameplay videos, including a closer look at the game's first boss battles and a longer video exploring the game's first two major areas.